Welcome to The Last Hour, Chronicles of the End, the podcast where we dive into the most chilling, awe-inspiring, and thought-provoking scenarios for the end of the world. I'm your host, and today, we're looking up into the sky. What if the very thing that sustains life on Earth is the thing that could bring it all to an end? Today, we're talking about asteroids. Could one of them wipe us out? Could humanity be blindsided by a giant rock from space? Stay tuned, because the answer might surprise you. Throughout history, Earth has had some close calls with asteroids. But what if, one day, the worst-case scenario happens? What if one of these cosmic visitors doesn't miss? It's not just science fiction. The risk is real. In fact, it's estimated that Earth is hit by something the size of a car about once every day. Small rocks that burn up in our atmosphere before they can cause any real damage. That every once in a while, something much bigger comes through and it could change everything. Let's rewind for a moment. Back to the dinosaurs. 66 million years ago, an asteroid about 6 miles wide struck what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The result? The Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. More than 75% of all life on Earth was wiped out. All because of a single rock from space. Asteroids aren't just big rocks, they're time bombs waiting to explode. An impact of just a few miles wide can trigger devastating tsunamis, earthquakes, fires, and a global winter, darkening the skies and disrupting the delicate balance of life on Earth. It's something that has happened before, and it could happen again. Okay, so now we know the damage an asteroid could do. But how likely is it? How close are we to extinction by asteroid?
Well, the good news is that the really big impacts, like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs, are extremely rare. In fact, the likelihood of an asteroid that size hitting Earth in the next 100 years is less than 1 in 500,000. But that doesn't mean we should ignore the threat. There are thousands of smaller asteroids that could still cause massive damage. It's more common than you might think.
Thousands? That's a bit unsettling. How are we tracking these threats?
Yes, it's unsettling, but the good news is that scientists are actively working to track near-Earth objects, or NEOs. Right now, organizations like NASA have programs in place to monitor asteroids. There's even a mission called the Planetary Defense Program, which is studying ways to deflect or redirect potential threats.
Okay, so there's a defense plan in place, but what happens if we don't catch it in time? What if an asteroid is headed for Earth right now? How much time do we have? Imagine this. An asteroid the size of a city block is detected in space. It's on a collision course with Earth. How long until impact? How much time do we have to prepare?
Depends on the size and the detection time. If we catch it years in advance, we might have a chance to alter its course. But if it's detected just months before impact, we're in real trouble. For smaller asteroids, even a few weeks of warning could allow us to evacuate the worst-hit areas. But larger ones, well, that's a different story.
To put it into perspective, NASA's DART mission, short for Double Asteroid Redirection Test, is the first real-world attempt to try and move an asteroid. In 2022, the spacecraft intentionally collided with a small asteroid, Dimorphos, to see if it could change the asteroid's trajectory. The results were promising, but it's a long way from guaranteeing we could stop something much larger from hitting us. As we look to the stars, it's clear that the threat of asteroids is not just a relic of ancient history. It's a potential future, a reminder of how fragile our existence truly is. But with science, vigilance, and the will to survive, maybe, just maybe, we can change our fate. Thanks for joining me on this episode of The Last Hour, Chronicles of the End. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll explore another potential doomsday scenario, this time, the real possibility of global nuclear war. And until then, keep your eyes on the sky, and remember, the end might be closer than you think.